Hi, welcome to this Corbettmaths video. In this video, we're going to be looking at expanding free brackets. And sometimes you may need to expand free brackets for a particular context or situation. So perhaps it might be a cuboid where you've got to find an expression for the volume of the cuboid. So here we've got the length of this cuboid being 2x plus 3 centimeters, the width of the cuboid being x plus 1 centimeters, and the height of the cuboid given as x plus 2 centimeters. And if we wanted to find an expression for the volume of the cuboid, we need to do the length times the width times the height. So we need to times these three brackets together, and then that'll give us our expression for the volume of the cuboid. It might be that you have another situation, perhaps it might be a cube, and you might be given the side length of the cube, and then remember to find the volume of the cube, you do the length times the width times the height. So you take whatever the expression is for the side length and you times it by itself and by itself again, and that'll be the expression for the volume of that cube. It might even be a situation involving a cylinder where you might be given the radius of the cylinder and the height of the cylinder, and you might need to find an expression for the volume of the cylinder in terms of pi. So you might be given a particular situation, you might need to expand free brackets in that situation. Okay, so let's have a look at this example. So here we've got this cuboid, and we've got the length of the cuboid being 2x plus 3 centimeters, the width of the cuboid, or the depth of the cuboid, being x plus 1 centimeters, and the height of the cuboid is x plus 2 centimeters. And we've been asked to find an expression for the volume of the cuboid, and it might say simplify your answer. So what we need to do is we need to do the length times the width times the height. So the volume would be equal to the length times the width times the height. So we're going to do the length, which is 2x plus 3, multiplied by the width. Now, I'm not going to put the multiplication sign in here. I'm just going to put the bracket beside it. When you put two brackets beside each other, it just means you're going to multiply them. So I'm just going to write then x plus 1. And then we're going to times by the height, which is x plus 2. So then I'm just going to put another bracket, x plus 2. So what we've got here is the volume will be equal to 2x plus 3 times x plus 1 times x plus 2. And now we just need to expand our brackets. So we're going to expand our free brackets now for this situation. So let's do that. Okay, so let's expand the first two brackets and see what we get. You could do the last two if you wanted to, but I'm just going to do the first two to start off with. So I'm going to do 2x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 1. And to expand these brackets, we're going to do 2x times x, which is 2x squared. 2x times 1, which would be plus 2x. 3 times x would be plus 3x, and then 3 times 1 would be plus 3. And then we would simplify this to be 2x squared. 2x plus 3x is 5x, so plus 5x, and then plus 3. So if we expand these first two brackets, we're going to get an answer of 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. And that's what we get when we expand these two brackets. But we've still got the x plus 2, so we'll write that after it, x plus 2. Okay, so that's fantastic. We've expanded two of the brackets, and now let's expand the last one. So we need to multiply 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 by x plus 2. So let's do that and see what we get. So let's multiply both the terms in this bracket by 2x squared to begin with. So 2x squared times x would be 2x cubed. 2x squared times 2 would be plus 4x squared. So we've multiplied both of these terms by 2x squared. Now let's multiply both of these terms by 5x. So 5x times x would be plus 5x squared. And then 5x times 2 would be plus 10x. And then finally, 3 times x would be plus 3x. And 3 times 2 would be plus 6. So that's it, we've expanded those brackets. Now finally we just need to simplify. So let's simplify this. So in terms of the x cubed terms, there's just one of those, that's going to be 2x cubed. Now let's simplify the x squared terms. So we need to do 4x squared plus 5x squared. So that'll be 9x squared, so plus 9x squared. Now let's deal with the terms involving x. So that's 10x and 3x. So if we add them together, that'll be plus 13x. And then our constants, or our numbers on the end, will be 6, so plus 6. And that's it. So we've got 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 13x plus 6. So that means that our expression for the volume of that cuboid would be 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 13x plus 6. We can put the units on the end, centimeters cubed in terms of the volume. And that's it. So that's the volume of that cuboid. And that's it. So in this video, we've looked at expanding free brackets, and sometimes you may encounter some contexts or situations where you need to expand those free brackets. It could be, quite often it'll be involving finding the volume of a cuboid or the volume of a cube or something like that. So I really hope you found this video useful. If you have found it useful, please like it and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.